What's good? What's good? What's good, good people? It's the bad you all know and love, Edigga. That's right. That's right. You know what time it is. You know the place. You know that when you see certain things, you know it's Let's Talk with Edigga right here in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/. Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you go there, like and share the page. Also, you could go to YouTube at Charm City Direct TV, and you could go to Periscope at Charm City Direct. No TV, just Charm City Direct. To get all the notifications on all the beautiful content, because we rolling out some good things, people. Shout out to my man Devontae Goins with the Young Black Panthers Network, because he and I want you to get those memberships. We want you to subscribe, get those memberships so you can see all the beautiful content that's on these pages and more. That's right. For $5 to $10, can't beat that. Can't beat that. Hey, tonight I have two individuals coming on the show, because these brothers, man, what can I say? I like art. I love art and everything dealing with art. And these brothers has just took the game to another level with their art. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to bring these guys in. First off, let me just say that the artwork that you're going to see coming up in this show is just going to blow your mind. It blew my mind when I saw it. And I met these guys because we were the recipients of a good award. And it's always good to be recognized for your talents, your gifts, your business, whatever it is that you do. And we were the recipients of the Tim's Day Recognition Award. Shout out to Kiana Green, who is the organizer for Tim's Day. And, you know, she's looking. And she said, hey, why not, give these brothers some awards for the work that they're doing in the community. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to turn it over to these guys who about to bring it in. I'm about to bring these guys in. If I can move my cursor over. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet Mr. Dan Jones and Mr. Chris Brooks. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on with you, sir?
Hey, man, first and foremost, I need to say that when I was looking at the artwork, and we're going to get into that momentarily. When I was looking at this artwork, man, I was blown away.
Thank you.
And even when it's much better. No, I mean you'll get to see it, people. But I saw it firsthand because you know me, I'm Mr. Exclusive. I get it first. You see what I'm saying? And when I saw it, I was like, man, I'm always a person of how. I'm always a person of how. How did y'all do it? So that is my first question. In preparation for this type of artwork, how did y'all manage to? Is it time sensitive? Explain to the people. But before you get into that, I know I'm jumping ahead. Tell everybody out there who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, my name is Chris Brooks. Christian, if you will. Graphic illustration. I can take what you see, what you think, what you hear, and somehow, some way I can visualize what you're saying. And I can lay it out on paper, but meeting up with him in school, I learned how to do it on computer. So I'm bringing your ideas, your thoughts, your visions to life, basically. You give me some water and make it grow. That's
what's up. I love that. And you said you guys met in school, correct?
Yes. College. We went to ITT Institute.
Okay. So let's talk about how time sensitive is that, because I love the one thing I love is clarity. It was clear as hell. Like I'm looking at the Thunderbolts and some of these pictures. I'm just let me just show one. Let me just tease a little bit of people just with one right quick.
Okay.
Let me see if I can bring it in. That is one right there, ladies and gentlemen. And look at that. Oh my God. Look at the detail. Now this is a character, correct?
Yes.
I'm not. It's Dragon Ball Z, correct?
Yes.
And the character's name is who?
This is father, right?
Yeah, that's the father.
It's the father of a character named Goku Kakarot.
Okay. So tell the people out there how much time is invested into doing something like this.
Well, just starting it off, everything that you see as digital is done by hand.
Okay.
That's where I come into play. I started out just drawing at a young age. Went to school for the arts, went to Micah and all that other stuff. But I just stuck with it over the time. So just sketching it out and putting all the detail. But then it's uploaded into the programs. And I build like the basics. And then pass it on to my man's right here. And he'll add in like super effects to make it move, to make it glow, to make it shine.
Wow.
I set up the tree and he'll turn on the lights.
And it's time consuming by you got to actually pick the right color that won't clash with the color that he chooses. So I could be sitting there with one artwork for about 2 hours just trying to pick the right angles and the colors together before I even show it back to him to see what he thinks. And if he don't like the color that go with it, we'll sit down and collaborate and do something totally different with a whole new scheme to go with the colors in. It's a lot.
Wow.
Just building it alone, and the way I do it, each line is done twice. If you would look at it like how you would make it with a pen, there's actually double the lines to make the feel of the whole just image for it. One line is actually two on a computer. So the time consuming could be anywhere from 1 hour to about 4 hours just to build the basics.
That's what's up. I love it, man. As far as the detail of it, it's phenomenal, man. I've seen artwork, but this is just breathtaking to me, honestly. How long have you guys been doing this as a team?
2011.
About 2011.
Yeah, it started out as school as a group project, but then they split us up because we worked too well and people started getting mad. So it became a competition, whatever group I'm in versus whatever group he's in. So now we battling head to head.
Okay. Wow.
It really came to a point where when the professor asks us, all right, well, today's project, we're going to use this picture of a face with like a half an eye. You can come up with anything you want to come up with. And the first thing people will look at is me and Christian's work. They wouldn't go to nobody else first. They'll come directly to us and they'll pinch off of us.
It got to the point we actually started teaching the class. What was it? Rapid
visualization.
I actually started class because they got all these expensive pencils. I still got my stuff from Rite Aid. Look, this is Baltimore. I don't have the money to pay for all these.
Yeah.
My mother told me use what you got.
That's what's up.
So they got rulers and stuff. I got my ID swiping lines.
We used we used crayons in the class and the side of the book.
Wow.
To build a grid, and within an hour we was done.
Wow. So you just said something that really stuck out. Like people wasn't noticing other people artwork. They was gravitated towards y'all. How did that make y'all feel?
I mean, for a while it was cool, but you tend to look at the other students in the class and know that they're actually putting in the hard work too.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't want to outshine the other person, but then you realize from that class alone, they're not putting in the work.
Exactly.
That you're trying to put in on the work. So you be like, you know what? Tell that teacher come back on over here. Come look at this artwork over here.
I look at it a little different because I mean, like I said, I've been drawing for a while before I met him, and I always knew I had a talent, and it always progressed more and more.
Okay.
I've had people steal like out my book bags, out my lockers, like really just take it. So to me, I don't look at it as I'm better than anybody. You would never hear me say my work is better than anybody's.
Right.
Okay.
I look at it as I try to find somebody that has good work and ask, how can I get better? What it is.
Okay.
We go into it knowing that somebody is always going to be better than us.
So
Okay.
If we draw a basketball, we'll have 4 stripes. Somebody's gonna draw one with 6 stripes. We'll be like, you know what? Let's see how they did the 6 stripes, and let's put 12 on it. Let's double or nothing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, has there ever been a situation, where in school, when you guys was in school, that somebody come over to you and say, "Hey, man, can you teach me how to do this?" Has that ever happened to you guys?
yes,
Yeah, that happened a couple times. We
still happens today.
special project class where it was a group project, but a lot of people didn't want to work with us.
Okay.
Because of the fact that they thought we was going to outshine them, but we took time out from the project to go help them, at least to show them what they didn't know. Like if they missed a couple classes, we would take the whole day and give it to them.
Wow.
Just to keep up and get back with us.
That's what's up.
But just that fact that we know how it is to start from that bottom where you're missing a day. Right. So you got to come back some kind of way. Somebody's got to help you.
That's what's up. Now let's talk about let's go to another piece if we can.
Okay.
You saw that one. Let's talk about this piece. Now this is something totally different than now, to my understanding, these pieces you guys worked on together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now talk about this piece right here. I see a uniform, football uniform. Talk about this.
These are concepts that me and Chris came up with together. And we're both big sports fans, and I'm in love with football.
Okay.
So I've been designing schemes around it, like every color you could think, using a neon color with a dark color just to blend it to see what it looked like. And I'm tired of seeing the regular jerseys that you see on the NFL, the normal standard colors and the normal standard logos that you see in the neighborhood. Every team wants to be a Raven or some kind of a animal that they see in the NFL. I be trying to encourage coaches and their teams to think outside of the box with the color schemes and the logos and whatnot. So I have designed a couple where he came in with a couple and we put them all together, and we have like a whole 2-3 books of just different concept designs, from using cartoon characters to using people out of movies. It's crazy.
And the funny thing about it is the cartoons is what you would call window shopping. You walk through the mall and you see a pair of shoes through the window. All right, I like that. So when they see the cartoons, they're like, all right, what else do you got? Okay. And that's just to open the door to bigger things like the jerseys.
Okay. I'm like you guys. I like football, and every now and then, I get kind of tired of seeing the same old jersey, the same old, color.
That's a fact.
Yeah, right. And with seeing this, I said, man, have it ever gotten to a point where, let's say a team hit you guys up and said, hey, design our uniforms?
Yeah. Yes, there has been a couple. Shout out to Sports R Us for giving me the opportunity to do it with them one time for a scheme.
Okay.
They came in like just the basketball jersey that I'm wearing now. They came in with an idea. Me and Chris sat down with them along with Q Cinco, who's residing in North Carolina. He called us up and was like, hey, I like your ideas. Let me give you a shot. They sat down with us, gave us the design that he wanted to see. We came up with the idea with them, and next thing you know, we was gold, and they loved it ever since.
That's what's up. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's what's up. So, talk about future plans, man. Where do y'all see yourselves going with your artwork?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, to tell you the truth. Just put it out online and just put it over social media. The work, people have actually hit me up from Canada, Mexico, Japan. Ooh. When you get friend requests from people names you can't even identify. It's all symbols.
It's
a little blind. What it is, we would like to like get I would like, and me and Dan, we was talking about it, like to get an established place somewhere where though we could cut out the middle.
Okay.
It takes money to make money, but at the same time, not everybody is just who they say, or their purpose isn't who they really are. Because you already know what type of city this is, and it's people like that all over. People want it.
Oh yeah.
But there's a scheme in their back pocket,
right? And like I mentioned earlier about they will steal the work. We have had people say, "Oh, I want this. Can you show me an example of what you could do with our company?"
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and do it. They turn it down and say they don't like it, but then 6 months later, we'll see somebody wearing it. It was their logo or stuff. I've been like, we'll work together, then we'll just go get side work, and then we come back. And he's been through it. I've been through it. Where though they say that they want it, they like it. Okay, give me 1 minute and I'll give you the money, which your accounts, and then nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Wow. Shout out to say again, I'm sorry.
We've been catfishing without the catfish.
Oh my gosh. that's a new level of catfish right there, man. Oh my God. Shout out to my man, good friend. You probably know him. Oh gosh. Old age, it'll do it to you all the time. Oh gosh. Mike Fernandez. He has be more unique. And it is be more unique.
Oreos.
And that
they did a lot of stuff for the Oreos.
Just the city of Baltimore, Maryland. He does a lot, for the crab and know the flag of Maryland, all of that stuff. Right. And it's crazy that you said that, because the same thing happened to him. Somebody took one of his designs, and it wasn't even to the point where they was trying to be discreet with it. They just blatantly took his design. And when Mike tried to, and Mike is real humble, man. Mike is so humble that he wouldn't do interviews, and this is not on no cocky level, because he feels as though that what he has, this is what I do, and this is what I do for the city of Baltimore, and he don't want the recognition, he don't want the bells and whistles. Real humble dude. And they took his design, and then they tried to make him buy his design back.
Yep.
And I was like, wait a minute. So it was crazy, because this happened, like, I'm trying to think. It was like, I say like 2 years ago that this happened. And it was a whole Twitter war between him and the guy, and it's crazy. And now, as far as, and that leads me to my next question, trademarked. Are your stuff copywritten, trademark? How do you guys handle that?
Yeah, it is copywritten, and the thing of using like cartoons and all that is not making enough noise so that people that actually make the stuff can look down on us and be like, "Oh, you took our stuff, gave my money." Yeah. But the thing is, and we learned this in school, was since I'm the artist, graphic illustrator, he's the designer, and we mix and match. If it starts from a sketch and it is distorted and flipped in your own image, you can have likenesses.
Okay.
Is different. Like, look at the design of Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
How many shoe companies do you know got the same design just with a different logo? What's the difference between Sean, John, and Rockwell? Just the logo.
True.
You got the Forces, and you got the Shacks.
Right. And then
my man says Shacks, yo.
That's real though. You got the Forces and the Shacks. Like, I've seen a couple people wearing Shacks, and somebody be like, "Yo, I like your Forces." And you lift your pants leg up, and the dude on the front of the shoes like this. Yeah, like he riding like the American Ninja Warrior. The Shaq.
I ain't start wearing name brand shoes till I was in high school. You know how many times I pretended my pro wings with Tommy Hilfigers?
That's a fact.
Man,
That's a fact.
that dunk on that shoe, on Shaq's shoe, man, it looked like he is constipated. It looked like he constipated on that rim, man. Like, I need to talk to Shaq. Like, time out. Y'all just hit the bell on something. Yo, was he trying to be? I'm not trying to be funny, but was he trying to be like Jordan when he made that?
Hey, listen. Maybe he figured he showed Jordan he could jump too. But for another example, you got Timbs and then you got Mountain Gears or Rugged Outbacks.
Which one with just the H from the side?
I don't know.
That's
Whoever's.
Yeah.
Whoever's.
I might have to call Shaq on that one and say, man, why is that dunk like this? You know, he looked like constipated, like it's trying to come out, but it ain't coming out all the way.
Right, that's a design right there, right?
Yeah, that's a design. I would love to see that, man, for real.
Ask him, out of all the dunks you did in your whole life, why'd you pick that one?
Why that dunk?
right.
Now that Jordan had the slickest dunk, like you know, take that. I mean, why?
Didn't Big Pun have the same dunk?
Big Pun had that dunk too.
Right.
The only thing is, you can tell the difference because Pun's fat.
Skip cross, you never know. That's what it was. He wasn't jumping, he was skipping.
He was skipping.
So guys, let's talk to you for a minute. I knew I'm almost certain you knew I was going to ask you this about your Christian, about your motivational speaking. I was really impressed by that. Talk about that for a minute. How you got into it, and where do you want to see that go?
Around the world, because when I come home from work, I work from 3 to 11. So when I get home, it's nothing on but the news, and
man,
it's terrible from what I see. And, seeing what happens, and then actually knowing the person that did it is like, damn, we grew up together. And you got to realize what in people's mind when you both coming from the same area and one person make it and the next person don't.
Yeah.
Person that don't is gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
But that mentality pushes people away. Like you ask people why when they get rich they never come back to the hoods and all that. Because it's somebody mad because they missed their opportunity.
There you go.
But at the same time, seeing it with people I grew up with, seeing it in families, my own family sometimes, what you do, the next person is not going to like for the simple fact they're not doing it.
Okay.
And if you want to hear it in situations like this, if I got a talent, there's always going to be a person telling me what I need to do with the talent.
Okay.
And if you're not doing what I'm doing, you can't tell me how to do it. But then I look at it as I'm not the only person going through this. I'm not the only person living in this world like this. And like my mother and stepfather, they are ordained ministers. So they talk to like kids and the youth and all that other stuff. So when they come to us, like, how did you do this? How did you do that? You got to have hope and you got to keep faith.
Yeah.
And, it's really hard out here. Being a black man in this city, it's the hardest.
Well, you speaking.
But
speaking.
It's limited of opportunity. And people say stop smoking because it's going to cause this and you got to pass. You can walk outside and catch a stray. You can trip and break your neck. But at the same time, people lose hope from what they see around them. People lose faith of what's going on with them.
That's a fact.
And they give up on themselves. And you have families, you have like relationships that'll bring you down instead of uplifting. And that's what people need to do. Is no more discipline for the youth. Everybody know what ass whooping feel like.
Oh yeah.
They need guidance. Show them that is a better way. You feel me? Because we're getting older. The kids is going to be the warriors in the next 20 years. We got to be the council. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fool them and point them in. You can't hit a target if you ain't aiming. You feel me? If you got a bow and arrow gun, you just shooting in the air. You're not. So let them kids be your arrow, point them in the right direction. Give them a setup. You ain't going to go nowhere without no gas money, right?
Nope.
You
Not going to get far at all.
right. So these kids show them that they have a chance because right now they don't care. Hell, I was at a point where I ain't care because I was an adolescent too. High school, cutting class, selling drugs. You know, I been kicked out of what, 6 different high schools?
Wow.
I wasn't going to say I'm a problem child. I was an adolescent. There's a difference.
But close.
I seen what it was to my mother, and you know, I came from a list of older brothers like they had dropped out for certain reasons, like they had to be who they needed to be at the time. But then it's on me. I'm messing up, and my mom is like, not again. But I stuck with it, and I got past it. It's get the doubt out yourself because you don't think you can make it. You don't believe you're gonna make it. You're gonna actually start living like you can't make it.
You do not want to be a product of your environment,
basically. But what changed it is for me and made me talk to other people. I don't know what you would call one of them miracle babies. He was born with 4 or 5 legs, but he made it work.
Okay.
But
yeah.
all right, but hear me out. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. I went to college and graduated. That's something I didn't think I was ever going to do. I had no plan of going to college. I went straight into construction after high school.
Okay.
Because I was on the verge of getting locked up. So my man's hit me up like, hey, there's a job opening. I need one. So I'm in building labor. I'm shoveling, digging ditches. It got to be something better than this. I'm not going to break my back. This is like 1950s. My aunt was living with us, and she kept coming home. And she had a class she was taking. She needed some design work. I'm just sitting there doing not paying no mind. She comes back with her grades, hundreds. The hell? That is, I just go check it out. Not paying attention. I'm looking, sign right here. I'm thinking it's just to say that I'm visiting. I checked myself in the school by accident. They put books in my hand and sat me in class. That's why I met this dude.
Come on, don't do that.
It wasn't what I expected because it's
damn.
It wasn't what I. Oh, not you, man.
Oh,
I had fear of doing because I didn't think I could do it, and it was easier than what I expected. Okay. And just going through it, it's not as bad as I seen. Got that fear out my heart of doing it. Next thing I know, I start seeing my grades. Oh shit! Next thing I know, this hit me with the paper 4.0. Here's your award. What?
Wow.
For the record, his grades wasn't all better than mine. For the record,
I got
all right.
And the
listen. I was asleep that day. I missed class.
Either way, I got it. But then they told me, all right, here's your classes. You're all finished. You're graduating. I'm like, what? I'm not paying attention. I'm just doing. And when you just doing, you have no room for not errors, but negativity. You don't have no room for thinking that you can't. You're just going. You're focused. That's why they put the blinders on them horses. You're going to keep going. And I finished. I'm like, dang. I never expected this shit. So when I see young dudes that I know out here and they be like, ain't nothing out here, or man, fuck, I'm gonna go get this. It's other ways to do it. And all it takes is somebody to lend a hand.
And patience.
And patience. Patience is the biggest thing because if you don't have patience, and that's how monks do it, and people that just meditate, stuff like that, it brings them peace. And it brings patience. And once you think that you ain't got no more, that's when it happens. But you're gonna reach your goal somewhere.
Let's get into another piece of artwork while I have it, because this is one of my personal favorites right here. And looking at it, let's
Oh, it wasn't what I thought it was.
I'm sorry. Let's look at that right quick. Man. The detail on this, God, this is dope. I like this.
Right. That was actually to put, like I said, it's like window shopping because we actually have other work that like speaks towards the motivation part too.
Okay.
This is to bring them in to see what else you can get. Because if you just come off with that, if you ever see it go to the museums, people just push it to the side or it's not relevant. The art world is crazy, but it is more popular because it is what everybody knows. And this is what I was saying earlier: it's not their character, so there's no room for trademark infringement. They can't take it because it's something we created. You take red and blue and you make purple.
Yeah.
Our version of fusion.
Basically.
I like that. And this one right here.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I like this. I like the man, I just like the detail, man, and the colors. Everything is
both of them fused together too.
Yeah.
To do these, we stress about making certain items on each picture pop. Like the first thing you see once you look at it, if it's not the detail, it's what's coming out of his eye.
Okay.
So you have the automatic what's coming out of his eye. Then your eye, when we was taught in school, you drag your eyes over from each design. You make the viewer follow the picture. So if you look at it, you automatically gonna look towards what's in his eye, and then you're gonna go around to the detail. And by the time you realize you looked at the whole picture, right? And then you go back and look at it again, you realize there's glass around it. It's the chain that's going through both capes, and you notice that hey, it's actually Batman right there.
Yeah. I had to really look at it because I just saw Spawn, but then I looked over. I said, "Oh, that's Batman. That's tight. I like that." And this is another one. I think no, I have another one right here. This is another one that I personally like.
Okay, I got this one.
No, do you like?
All right. I always wanted to do Artscape, but I run into these people, and this is what I mean by the jealousy type thing. Like I said, I don't say that I'm better than anybody, but when you go down to these Artscapes, you have people with their paintings, and they want to sell it for like $500, $600. I'm not that person.
Yeah,
I don't have $500-$600 to spend.
Right.
Shit, nobody do. But what it is, I'm looking around, and the two biggest booths that made the most attention, names out there. It was a girl from college, and it was a guy. And he wasn't even from the city. He was from Connecticut. And all he did was paint cartoons, and people were buying it.
Okay.
Girl, she had concept work. And that's what me and do. We sit here and we politic about concepts. So how can we inquire that into a picture? And this would take two different characters and bring it into one. So we mixing both the booths and making something different. But even to put it out there, do it for a cheaper price, something that everybody can afford. What would you rather have? 10 people trying to pay you $100 or 100 people giving you $10?
Okay.
We go by the double or nothing effect.
Okay.
Pretty much, we take an idea, we double it in the details. So you're gonna look at it, and the first thing you can go is, wow, we're paying that much for this artwork. Who you can look at it and tell is probably worth more. Right.
Okay.
But who we are, we know what goes on. This is what we're doing. This is the laws we can give you, and it's not going to break your pocket. You still got enough money to get the artwork and to get your kids in McDouble.
Right. Like if you walk in the mall and you got $100 on you, spent 80 on bills. Kids see a picture, you got 20 left, and y'all still got to eat. The picture costs $14.99. That's 15 out there 20. Y'all ain't got no food now, but you walk past our stuff and say $4.99. You'll give us the 5 out there 20. Y'all still can go split some food. Facts.
Yeah. So guys, what I like to do with my guests is have the guests offer some type of advice for any upcoming artist, graphic designer, somebody trying to get into the business. So I want you to take this time to the both of you offer some type of advice to anybody that's watching and want to be a graphic designer and do work like you guys are doing.
On my end, I can say never give up. It's going to be, before you get to that one yes, you're going to get 100 no's. And before you even think about giving up, realize, look who you're surrounding yourself with, because there's always the people who tell you no, or the main ones that are around you the most.
Okay.
You surround yourself with like-minded people. Shout out to that. Keep yourself around like-minded people. That way, when you fall off, somebody easily grab you by the shoulder and be like, you know what, I got you. And that was kind of when I went to college. I was going there, and things wasn't really going my way when I was doing graphic design. But once I really started sitting down and getting into it, and then they compared me to this guy, and my goal was to try to be better than him. But at the same time, you're never better than the next person if you don't believe in yourself.
That's what's up.
That mind frame thinking that you're better when inside your heart you really don't think you are.
That's what's up.
Beating him brought out the best in me, and vice versa. So my advice: you never give up. You never know who's watching. Shout out to Tim's Day.
There you go.
Uh, I would say, and I had my grandmother to thank for this. When I was younger, I just sit there and draw cartoons. We ain't had much toys. So I draw them, cut them out, play with them and shit. I was a kid, so my grandmother had these novel books like everybody else's grandmother has, and she like, don't limit yourself to just cartoons. Try to draw this. And then as I got older, I started getting better and better and better at it. And now I apply it what it is. Try not to limit yourself. And D was like, mind your surroundings, because your surroundings and the people you around will take you out of focus of what you're doing. But if you learn not to limit yourself to just one thing, because the world is a lot bigger than what block you on, what hood you in.
That's what's up.
What you can learn from the next person. Like, never, what's the word I'm looking for? Put yourself on pause because of what the next person said. You never know what you're going to learn on your next couple of steps, your next couple of breaths. So just keep an open mind to everything that you read, look at, and hear.
That's what's up.
Just try to push it forward in what you're doing.
If you restrain yourself, you're never going to be able to reach.
There you go. Hey, guys, I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, no
and
anytime.
And it was an absolute treat for me because, like I said, I tell people quick, you know, anything dealing with the arts, I'm all for it. I love it. I love the arts, especially visual art. When I was little, I wanted to make comic books, and
come on with us.
My drawing days are over.
Hey, listen, speak. I'm quite sure you got a couple concepts in your brain. Come on over.
I gotta pull them out.
Gotcha.
But I wanted to make comic books, and me and a homeboy of mine named Chatney, that's all we did in school, man. That's all we did. We was drawing, and I remember this, and I'm gonna close out with this. We had a math teacher named Mr. Hill, and back in those days, that's when teachers could hit you.
Oh shit!
And it wasn't no I'm gonna call the peoples on you, or it wasn't none of that. Teachers were teachers and they were disciplinarians.
Right.
Mr. Hill had a football ring on this knuckle right here. And Mr. Hill passed on. But he used to you could tell we was drawing because this is all you get. You down in the paper.
Yeah.
And me and Chad used to sit all the way in the back, and it was just us two, and we would just doodle. We had the whole table, like nothing but paper. And so one day he came back there and he took that ring, and right here in the back of my head, he'd take that ring and just hit down on it. And I don't care. That is the worst pain you can ever experience from a hit back here. And he used to say, "You floating, son, you floating."
Oh man,
that was his line. That was his favorite that was his motto. That was his line. And then right after that, after the class was over, he said, "Hey guys, look, I'm sorry that I hit you, but this is not the place or the time for it. But here's what I can do for you." He had big pieces of like blank white paper, and blank white paper to an artist is like
heaven.
Oh my God.
Heaven.
It's heaven. And he gave us each 2 of them this thick worth of paper. He said, "Here you go. Promise me this. Promise me that you will not do it in this class. But when you get out of this class, you would take this book and fill it up with your best work." And that's what we did. We was drawing nonstop. We didn't draw in this class. We was tempted to, but we didn't draw in this class. But that right there, man, to get your attention back, but then offer some type of advice. I was like, all right, I remember that from this knot on my head. But I mean, from coming from him, that was the most valued advice that I can receive from a teacher. So yeah. So guys, thank you for coming on the show. Where can people find you guys? Where can people find you?
Facebook, Instagram. Just type our names in. But that's actually what we're looking for now, because we can do the work, but what we're looking for is space and production. Tell you the truth.
Okay.
We can do it by hand. Like I said, this is a digital world, and that's what another problem with it is. Like, a lot of these people like to work, want to work, but then they won't pay us for work. Even if we just look for information as payment.
That's a whole new topic right
there. Government grant right now helps these brothers out. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. But that's what's up.
Right.
Hey, never know. Probably get that call and be like, hey, I got a space. Hey, I can write your grant.
Edigga for that. We're gonna thank Edigga for that.
Right. You get one to say you get one to call in and say they got that government grant.
There you go. I got you. Hey guys, look, I'll definitely be reaching out to y'all, and y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank
you. Charm City Direct.
Peace out.
That's what's up. Hey, make sure you follow these guys, because they are doing some huge things right here in the city of Baltimore. What can I say? These brothers, this artwork, it just blew me away with their artwork and all the things that they are doing for the city of Baltimore. Like I said, follow these guys, support these guys and their endeavors. Look for them. And if you have any ideas of artwork, or you need, some uniforms printed, you need a new concept for a t-shirt line, these are the guys for you right here. Hey, you heard it here first. So Let's Talk with Edigga. Make sure, let me put those advertisements back up. You got the YBP, I can't talk today, network memberships are now available for the network, are now available. Ask me how. That's what you need to do. Get those memberships in. Also, if you need to advertise your business, if you need to come on to the show to talk about your business, it's real simple. Let's Talk with Edigga. Contact Perry Management Company at theperrymanagement@gmail.com. It's real simple. Hey, you've been great as always. And remember, that's it. I cannot move that cursor over. That's it. That's all. I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace.